Well, hello guys. Happy Friday. Good evening, everyone. Hi, Gabriel. Hi, Yungi. And hello, Heng. How are you? Hello, Shani. This is your fourth week here, right? Third or fourth. Okay, I didn't forget this week. Okay. Yes, Kawai, hello. So I can see where's everyone? Oh, fifth. Oh shit, I still got it wrong. What the hell? I thought it's fourth. Oh, last week was fourth, huh? You got a note for chapter 7. Okay, that's good. That's good. Right. So guys, we are going to finish chapter 7 today. I hope we can. Oh, sorry, let me erase this real quick. Okay, so I hope we can finish chapter 7 this week, because next week I am going to I'm going to go into chapter 8. Okay. Oh, is it? Okay, sure. So chapter 8 is going to be a hard one. So you guys need to get ready, chapter 8 lah. But today is a bit chill, because I know this week we all had holiday until Wednesday, and okay, like you study 2 more days, then there's holiday again, right? So I'm just gonna keep everything chill today. Okay, yes, Jiawei, hello. Not that hard, man. Okay lah. Depends on you, lor. Oh, is it? But have you learned the color? The RGB one? Oh, you did? Okay, that's good. Right, anyway, guys, so let's talk about 7.3. Let's talk about air pollution. Before we move on, I think we did all the exercise last week, right? I think we did most of the exercise, right? So, guys, just for a confirmation, y'all don't need me to repeat this, I hope not. This is a very easy part, the triangle of combustion. Okay, so I hope you guys are okay with that. So, right, let's go to air pollution. Okay, let's talk about air pollution today. This is a very important topic to talk about, because this is what we are currently trying to solve. Okay, what do I mean? I shall go into that later. Yes, Miru, hello, good evening. Okay, so what is air pollution, guys? What is air pollution? So, as you know, pollution is when we make something dirty. All right. So when we make the air dirty, we have air pollution, we have water pollution, we have soil pollution, we even have sound pollution, because anything that's unpleasant to you is a pollution. Okay, and then we have light pollution. Use electric cars to save the environment. We think that actually works a little bit lah. It has its place, okay, but generally it's not very well. Okay, so you know it's light pollution, guys. Okay, many people, they don't know this. Light pollution is when you have too much light and it kind of covers anything unnecessarily. All right, so you see, why can't we see stars nowadays? It is because of light pollution, right? There's too much lights in the city, so it kind of covers everything, so you don't see shit, right? But it's the same. There's no black and white answer in that ranking. Okay, it's very hard for me to answer that in a short sentence. Okay, yes, Nishikalo. Right, so this is light pollution, right? But anyway, today we are going back just into air pollution. This is our focus. Okay, we focus onto air pollution. Right, so what is air pollution? Air pollution happens when there are pollutants in the air. Okay, this is called bahan pencemar. Right, very easy to understand. Pollutants will create pollution. All right, so we have a list of pollutants here, as you can see. Okay, should you memorize them all? Not really. Okay, I'll show you a way. Okay, I will show you a way. All right. So anyway, guys, so this is your harmful pollutants. Okay, these are the harmful pollutants. So let's look at them one by one, shall we? Let's look at them one by one, guys. There are parts I want you to pay attention here, because this is one of our major concern currently when it comes to science. All right, because there's a very big problem we have to tackle. Okay, I'll go into that later. Right, guys. So let's look at the first one. Sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide. Okay, please write it down. These are acidic gases. Okay, these are acidic gases. What does it mean? We call it gas per acid. That means these gases, right, they are acid. Okay, so who creates them? Any combustion will create them. Okay, so it comes from vehicles, it comes from factories. Right? So what do? When you release them into the air, they dissolve in rain. Can you guess what happens? Can you guess what happens? When you have acidic gases in rainwater, yes, you have acid rain. Okay, you have acid rain. So acid rain, okay, guys, here's the thing. Acid rain is not as serious as it seems. The worst thing it can do is it will kill some plants, because when it rains, it will make some soil acidic. So some plants, they will start dying. Okay, for you don't feel anything. Guys, don't believe in that bullshit. Some people, they say, oh, when acid rain, they falls on the skin, I can feel my skin painful. Well, it's not that strong, okay? So no, you don't feel anything. Only plants, they'll feel something. For us, right? It will just make things ugly. Okay, like literally ugly. So you have acid rain building. Okay, what am I typing? Okay, goodness me. Okay, acid rain buildings, right? You see, they will create this, sort of like black color moldy thing. This is your acid rain. Okay, I mean, it's not harmful, but it just doesn't look very nice. Okay, that's all. So it will corrode some buildings. That's pretty much about it. So it's like a Taj Mahal. Why did they change color? And it's because of the acid rain. Right? So is this really a problem? Yeah, if you make it a problem, but it's not life-threatening or anything. Okay, it's okay. Right. Anyway, so this is your acid rain. Okay. Not very serious. Okay, so how do we solve it? Okay, here's the thing. This problem is very easily solved. How? As long as you install filters onto these. Okay, like vehicles, right? Vehicles to solve this problem, every car is required to install this thing. Catalytic converter. You don't need to do this yourself. When you buy a car, it's already installed for you. This thing. This is the catalytic converter. Okay, this is the filter. They will change this thing back into a not so poisonous gas, and then they will release it to the environment, so everything's fine. Okay, so this is your acidic gases, right? Not very big problem. Yeah, people. Hey, how do you know? Yes, people steal this stuff. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Because this thing has very valuable metals inside, so there are cases of this thing getting cut and stolen, especially during MCO. Hey, MCO is when economy is hard. People have no money for food, so they will start selling things like these. Happens in Malaysia too. Right? Anyway, so let's talk about the next one, carbon monoxide. Okay, this is not really a a wide scale pollution, but this is more of a poisoning stuff. Is it? Wow, Kai Hui, you are like a detective now, But like sugar like Tesla. It's not that easy, okay? It's not that easy. Okay, anyway, the Tesla one, I'll talk about it later. All right, so what is carbon monoxide? Guys, carbon monoxide is a poisonous gas. Have you heard of? Yes, almost lah. Okay, I mean it solves problem partly, but not completely. Okay, anyway, so carbon monoxide is a poisonous gas. You will get carbon monoxide poisoning. This is why they say if you were to sleep in a car, let's say you have no money for hotel, you want to sleep in a car, please do not keep the car running. If you keep the car running and you switch on the aircon, this is how you die. Yes, exactly. Right? Because this actually happened. I think it was like 2-3 years ago. There were these 3 Malay girls. Any of you read the news? These 3 Malay girls, right? They went to some kind of road trip. Okay, they went to a road trip. And then at night, right, they have no place to sleep. So they don't want to rent a hotel. So they just kind of sleep in the car. They found a petrol station. They park their car. They sleep in the car. So they kept their engine running. And the next day, people have to break the car open to pull them out. So out of 3, 2 end up dead, and the one she ended up in coma. Okay, but she woke up 5 days later. So guys, this is no joke. Do not keep your engine running and sleep inside, you will die. Okay, you might say, sir, how can you die? Okay, many people don't understand. You see, when your engine burns, your engine burns petrol, right? Okay, when your engine burns, right? So when your engine burns, they will create carbon monoxide. Okay, they will create carbon monoxide. So if your car is running, if your car is moving down the road, there will be wind blowing through your car, so the carbon monoxide will be gone. Okay, but if you put the car, somewhere, okay, if your car is not moving, when your engine burns, the engine bay inside will be full of carbon monoxide, sorry. So when you switch on the aircon will blow air in the engine bay into your cabin. So you get carbon monoxide poisoning. Okay, do you know this is how people kill themselves? Okay, this is how people kill themselves, by burning charcoal in a room. All right. So if you close yourself in a room, you start burning charcoal, you will die in a few hours. Maybe not a few hours, or a few hours. I don't know. Okay, so you get carbon monoxide poisoning because when you burn charcoal in a room, the charcoal will produce carbon monoxide. So this is carbon monoxide poisoning. So you end up dead too. So that's what happens. All right. So funny enough, cigarette smoke actually has carbon monoxide. So you might say, sir, why don't smokers they get carbon monoxide poisoning? They do, but they do it slowly. It's slow carbon monoxide poisoning. Unless they smoke like 21 shot lah, then different story lah. Okay, so anyway, so this is your carbon monoxide. Guys, as I said, this is not a wide scale pollution. It's not like sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide, they release into the air, they create huge problem for everyone. Carbon monoxide is more like a point, one person gets it or 2% gets it. That's all. Okay, so it's not a very wide scale pollution. So this is not really a problem. Okay, let's talk about the next problem. This is a huge problem. Carbon dioxide. Please highlight this. Please focus this. They will ask this in exam. Carbon dioxide. This is a big problem, major problem. And you know what's the worrying part? We still have no idea how to solve this. All right. We are churning out tons and tons of carbon dioxide every year, and we have no idea what to do with it. Yeah, CO2. All right. So it comes from everything. As you remember, your carbon cycle, they will produce how do you produce carbon dioxide? It's by respiration, by combustion. These are the two main sources. Why don't we compress it? Carbon is not that easy, you see? It's not that easy. As long as we have more humans, we have more respiration, we have more combustion, we have more burning, you will have carbon dioxide. And there's no way for us to okay, let me explain this first, okay? As you shall find out later. Right, so what will this thing do? Carbon dioxide, right? Yeah, it actually is, Meng Heng, and I hate to say it, but that's the way. Right, so what's so bad about carbon dioxide? Why do we not like carbon dioxide? Because you see, carbon dioxide, they trap heat. I think I kind of say this a bit last 2 weeks, right? Okay, carbon dioxide, they trap heat. It's just one of their behavior. Carbon dioxide, they like trapping heat. Okay, so if you are in a room full of carbon dioxide, it's actually much hotter. That's the way it is, right? So they will create something called a greenhouse effect. I think I told you what a greenhouse is, isn't it? Okay, so when you are in a greenhouse, okay, greenhouse is a place that is supposed to make things warm, right? Like I said, when you park your car under the sun for a few hours, when you go onto your car, it gets super freaking hot. That's your greenhouse effect. Okay, so imagine in this greenhouse, it's Earth. Our Earth is trapped inside this glass house, and the glass is carbon dioxide. Okay, I say this again. Your Earth is trapped inside the greenhouse, and greenhouse is carbon dioxide. So you will trap all this heat in Earth, on Earth, in Earth, on Earth, in Earth. So your Earth temperature will start climbing. Okay, our Earth will start to get really hot. It will start to get hotter, and before you know it, our greenhouse effect will cause. Okay, please highlight this and please write this down. Your greenhouse effect will cause global warming. Pemanasan global, that means everyone gets hot, really hot, every freaking where. Case in point, guys. Case in point. When okay, right. So case in point, when I was in Genting last time, right? I mean, when I was a kid, Genting used to be really cold. Okay, I mean in the 90s lah. Okay, in the 90s lah. You ask your parents, they will tell you. In the 90s, Genting was really cold. Okay, that means okay. How cold they can get around afternoon, right? Genting is around 20, in the low 20s of degrees Celsius. Low 20 degrees Celsius. At night they can go up to like as low as 13 or 14. But you don't get this nowadays. You go afternoon, right, to Genting, right, it's around 30, 20 something to 30, high 20s. High 20s. I mean, don't talk about rainy seasons. I'm talking about normal sunny days. Okay. It was 19. That was during rainy season. You try go there at around, you go there in February. You know, February is when things get really hot, right? Okay, you see, next year, right? Okay, you know when's the hot season? During Chinese New Year. Chinese New Year, it's so damn freaking hot. Around the Qingming area, the Qingming times. Okay, you know, Chinese when we go for Qingming, okay, around February, March, or April, that's when shit gets really stupid freaking hot. It's 37 outside. You cannot live without aircon. And there was not a single drop of rain for weeks. So that is global warming, because you see, global warming, they will cause something called climate change. What is climate change? I suggest you to read what is El Nino and what is La Nina. Okay, El Nino means the boy, La Nina means the girl. Okay, what does it mean? El Nino is when wind blows towards Brazil. La Nina is when wind blows towards Malaysia. So it's like a change of wind direction. So when it's El Nino, Malaysia here gets really hot. But when it's in La Nina, it's when Malaysia gets rain a lot. Okay, just you watch October until December. Maybe if you live in Shah Alam or Klang, it will start flooding. Okay, chart of the Arctic from 19th centuries. Okay, oh, that's a good one. Temperature chart of Arctic. Sorry, I'm a bit tired today, so my typing is a bit all over the place. There. You get what I mean, this is the mean temperature. You see, this thing will keep rising and rising and rising. I mean, okay, you might say, sir, this is only 1 or 2 degrees. Guys, 1 or 2 degrees is a huge difference, right? According to many scientists, by the time we reach 6, it's doom. It's end of the world. It's apocalypse. 6 is doomsday. So we are 2 already. We are 1/3 of a way there. So keep this up, guys. We can reach that in 100 years. Okay. Yes, imagine. Yeah. All right. Many people say, right, sir, 6 only ma. Why? How is 6 a lot? Let me ask you, if you put your aircon from 22 to 28, is there a difference? Freak lot of difference. Okay, that's why 6 is a lot. 6 is when you die. Okay, 6 is when you die, right? So this is why, okay, you see, why is this such a big concern? Because acid rain, very easy to solve. We just put filter, problem solved. Carbon monoxide, just stop burning things. Things will stop. But how do we stop carbon dioxide? We don't know. We still have no idea. Like I said, we must reach by 2050 net zero carbon. In no freaking way we are getting there, isn't it? So yeah, this is a big problem. That's why in your objective, in your exam, they love asking carbon dioxide, because this is the main concern we are facing now. Even Elon Musk says carbon dioxide is our biggest concern right now. Okay, so God bless us lah. God bless us. All right. They say at this rate, if we keep burning things, if carbon dioxide keep increasing, by no later than 2050 or around 2050, I don't know, Maldives will be gone. You know Maldives? The whole island will be underwater. Okay, and then they say many cities will be underwater, and Olympics have to not happen in summer because it will be too hot to have Olympics. And some plants, they will extinct. Coffee will go extinct. Think about that. Coffee and chocolate will go extinct. These are just among few of the predictions they're predicting. So what is going to come, and when we reach there, what's going to happen, we don't know. It's a thing that we never want to find out, right? So if you ask me, sir, do we have any idea how to stop this thing? I would say it's a little bit of here and there. Some scientists, they say we should move towards here. Some teachers, some scientists say you should move towards there. Everyone has separated opinions. Some say we should use Tesla, some say not. Some say we should use nuclear, some say not. We cannot be united to do one thing. So how are we moving forward? There's no direction. Okay? Don't scare you. So guys, okay, if you want to contribute, right? Sir, how should we reduce carbon dioxide? Don't have babies. Don't make babies. Okay, just be, you want to get married, be on birth control all your life. Don't make babies. If you don't make babies, you are doing this world a big favor. Plant more trees, not that simple, you see. Doesn't help. Right? So I don't know guys. I don't know So I don't have a good feelings for our future especially when it comes to carbon dioxide because I don't know I just don't have a good feeling about this. All right. Anyway, so next, let's look at the next one. CFC. Okay, they love asking this too. But this is like partially solved. All right. So what is CFC, by the way? What is CFC? This was used as a refrigerant. Okay, you know what's a refrigerant? We use this in your fridge and your aircon. Right, I don't know whether you guys know this. Sometimes when your aircon is not cold, right? Or when your car aircon is not cold, your dad will go and service the aircon, and then they will put some kind of gas into the aircon, right? They have to regas your aircon. Have you heard this before? In Mandarin, we say, 哦，你的冷气没有 gas 了，你要去进 gas. The gas is CFC. That's the CFC. Okay, so back in like around 1950s, we love using this because this thing is so cold. When we use CFC in aircons and refrigerators, they get so cold, so efficient and so cold. And the thing is, they're so cheap to make. CFC is really cheap to make. And they start to realize something. After 20 years, in 1970s, right? 1970s and 1980s, they start to realize skin cancer is increasing ever faster than ever. Okay, so skin cancer, they start increasing. So that time, they still have no idea these two, they are related. The use of CFC causes skin cancer. They still have no idea until they realize, right, when they took a picture of the ozone layer. Okay, when they take a picture of the ozone layer, then they realize, okay, let me see if I can show you a picture. Then they realize there's a freaking hole up there. Okay, after years and years of using, oh shit, we created a hole. Okay, ozone deeply. Okay, let me show you some pictures and you understand. Are there? You see, they found a big freaking hole up there. All right, so first of all, what's the ozone layer? Ozone layer is like the sunscreen for Earth. What does it mean? You put on sunscreen to protect your skin from the ultraviolet, right? From UV ray, right? UV ray is the thing that gives you skin cancer. So our Earth has this layer protecting us, but as we use CFC, this CFC kind of goes up there and wreak havoc onto this ozone layer. And after years and years, like 20 years of using, we managed to create a big freaking hole up there. All right. Now scientists starts to see the connection. Because we use CFC, okay, there's less ozone layer. Now skin cancer increases. Now finally they see the connection because they have no idea these two, they are related. Okay, so what did they do? They said, oh, you know what, guys? We have to stop this shit because our ozone layer is thinning. It's not good. So every country came together during 1990 something, I think. They signed this thing called the Montreal, what am I typing? Montreal Protocol. Okay, so the Montreal Protocol, it was signed in 1987. Okay, they came into power in 1989. This protocol demands that all country stops using CFC. Every country. All right, that means all aircons produced after 1989, after the Montreal Protocol, they should not use CFC. So until today, right, how many years has it been? 30 something. Okay, so CFC has been completely phased out. You cannot find CFC anymore. Okay, it's old technology. Maybe your fridge is before 1980 something, then yes, the thing still uses CFC, but we don't use CFC anymore. All right, and the good thing is the ozone layer. Okay, the ozone layer, they start to heal, which is a good thing. You see, they start to heal. Okay, so they say by 2065 or something, they say the ozone layer will kind of repair itself, which is, I mean, quite far away lah, but hey, better than nothing. At least we found the culprit and we stopped it, and this thing has a chance of recovery. Okay, but needless to say we managed to create this huge disaster, okay, caused by ourselves. So we humans, we give ourselves skin cancer. Awesome, isn't it? Okay. Anyway, so this thing is not a concern now because you are not allowed to use CFC anymore because it's against the law, right? Using CFC is against the law. So is burning rubbish. Okay, it's the same thing. So at least you see, this is not such a big concern right now because we found a way to solve it. So compared to this, do we have any problem of stopping carbon dioxide? No. Currently, no. All right, like I said, unless Thanos happens and snapped half of us into oblivion, then half of us will disappear. Okay, you see, here's the thing, guys. If Thanos were to snap and half of us gone, do you think this solves the problem? No. You know why? You know why? We have 8 billion people nowadays. Okay, today we have 8 billion people. If Thanos were to snap his finger and made half of us gone, we still have 4. And don't forget, these 4 billions, they will make babies too. They will reproduce too. So it would be, 3, 4, 5 decades later, 50, 60, few more years later, we will be back to 8 billion. Okay, so this is sort of like a band-aid solution. Yeah, it works temporarily, but long term, what's the plan? You see, nobody knows, right? Nobody knows. So this carbon dioxide thing, it challenges even the brightest mind. Even you ask the best scientists in the world if there's such thing. So how do we solve the carbon dioxide? How do we solve global warming? He will say, good question. Because even he has different points of view. It's not that easy, isn't it? Okay. Move to okay, you see, humans, we would rather waste money on war than to put money onto science and try to solve problems. What do I mean? Okay, what do I mean? I was just showing this to my other class just now. Okay, you know what's the NASA budget? What's the NASA budget in 2022? Okay, very funnily, it's only 24 billion. That means in this year, 2022, the US government gave NASA 24 billion as their budget. Is this a lot, guys? You might say, sir, this is not bad, right? 24 billion is a lot, right? Yeah, if you look at it, if you just look at this number by itself, 24 billion is a lot. But consider the fact that the US military budget, you compare this, you will understand. Did you know how much money the US spend on military every year? 2022, they spent 1.94 trillion. You compare this, 1.94 trillion is 1,940 billion compared to 30 billion. They would rather fight war than solving scientific problems. Okay. Yeah, Kaiwei, the one I know, but it's not the Kepler 1649c I know, but it's not sensible, right? So you see, can you see? Okay, this was not even 30. This was 24. So is this a lot when you compare? Not so much, isn't it? Oh wait, it was 1.0 whatever lah, 1.094. So 1,094 bucks. Okay, imagine this, you have a brother or a sister. Your dad gives you 24 bucks. Okay, and your dad gives your sister or your other sibling lah. Your dad give him or her 1,094 bucks. So needless to say who the favorite child is lah. Okay, are you happy with this? Wow, 24 is a lot. Sure, it's a lot. Compared to this is like nothing. Okay, and you know what's the horrible thing? US, they keep slashing their budget every year. Okay, it was 30 billion last year. Now they slash it to 24, but they did not slash any budget for the military. Okay, so you see where the priorities are lah. See, until we learn how to unite together as a human race and go forward, we will never solve this problem. Okay, because we would rather spend money killing each other than solving global warming. Okay, so guys, have the best in life and die lah. Okay, because it's just not worth it. Right, anyway, so moving on, let's look at smoke, dust, and soot. Okay, they are mostly, you know what is this? You know what is this, don't you? Okay, our favorite neighbor, Mr. Indonesia, they love giving us this shit. Okay, I know y'all are happy one because yay, it's a holiday. Okay, when our air pollution index goes above 200, that's when you get 3 days of extra holiday, isn't it? I know. Okay, you bastards, I know. All right, so that's the forest fire lah. Okay, of course, it will cause all kinds of breathing problem, especially for people with asthma. Okay, or any breathing problems. All right. Yes, it's Indonesia. Okay, guys, here's I have a question. Do you know why they do this? Do you know why Indonesia they do this? I mean, these 3 years they don't lah. They didn't. Okay, but for the longest time, for like 10, 20 years, they've been doing this every year. Do you know why? No, it's not insurance fault. No. Right, they do it for forest clearing. Do you know why? Because Indonesia, they rely a lot on their oil palm. Indonesia's income mainly depend on oil palm. Okay, so to plant oil palm, right? So what do? You have to cut forest. Okay, you have to cut forest. You have to clear a forest area so that you can plant oil palms. And then there are 2 ways of doing it. To clear forest, you have 2 ways of doing it. Number 1, you have to chop it one by one, which takes a lot of money, which takes a lot of time. Okay, because they have to chop one by one. Okay, and then there's the second one, we call it slash and burn. Okay, slash and burn. So what is slash and burn? Very easy. Slash and burn is cheap. You just buy petrol, you pour it around the forest, you start a fire, you will burn every shit to the ground. Okay, it's cheap. You don't need to hire anyone, you just need petrol. And number 2, when you burn these trees, right, can you see the ash? When the ash falls to the ground, it's fertilizer. It's free fertilizer. So you see, it's kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Why don't I do it? So they do it lah. Okay, before you know it, everyone starts burning everywhere, so that they can plant more oil palms. Okay, terrible, isn't it? Guys, whenever I talk about all this kind of pollution, I'm just amazed at how humans we always manage to find new ways to fuck this world up. Isn't it? There's the CFC, then there's the lead, okay, then there's the slash and burn. You name it lah. You name it. We have no We don't run out of ways to fuck this world upside down. Okay? And they have to do this shit every year, isn't it? They have to do this shit every freaking year. Okay? So Indonesia, they are very notorious for it. Okay? Did you know that they kind of told us to suck it up? There was a year, right? Okay. You know, Singapore, they were very sick of this shit. Okay, Singapore, they were so sick of this shit. 1 year, right? There was a year, I think it was in 2017 or 2018. Singapore got so sick of this shit, they actually criticized the Indonesian government. They said, can you please stop this shit? Okay. I mean, not literally, but in that sense, they tell them to stop. Right? And you know, Indonesia, did you know how they retaliate this thing? Okay, Indonesia, they reply Singapore by saying, instead of thanking me for that 1 month of haze, instead of blaming me for that 1 month of haze, why not you thank me for the remaining 11 months of clean air? Okay, so they freaking said that. That means they tell you to go F yourself lah. Okay, deal with it. I will burn it every year. Deal with it. Basically ask you to go F yourself. Okay, so nothing we can do, because what can you do? They want to keep burning forests. You can't control them not to do that. So I mean, these few years they are not doing it anymore but who knows that after MCO they will start again. I don't know. Right? So this is smoke, dust, and soot. Not as big as a problem as your carbon dioxide though. Right? And then you have pesticide, fertilizer, lead compound, tar, nicotine, radioactive waste. Just kind of read it yourself. Pay attention to carbon dioxide and CFC. These are the two most common thing to ask in exam. Right? Okay. Guys, why are you guys so quiet today? Are you guys okay? Are you guys okay? I can just feel the blue, you know. I can just feel the blue. Because you guys had 3 days of holiday, right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, right? You know, yesterday was Thursday, right? When I went to Puchong, okay, when I went to TDC physical class, everyone was blue as shit. So I was like, hey, what's wrong with you? Why are you so blue? Because of the long holiday. After 5 days of chilling around, not doing anything. Wow, suddenly going back to school, you feel like dying. I know, okay, I know. This is why, guys, long holidays they come at a price. Okay, make sure you can handle the blue. Right, anyway, the rest of it, read it yourself lah. So how can we solve this problem? Okay, very typical methods lah. We can do law enforcement. Doesn't really work in Malaysia because our law, nobody really follows them. Okay, and then education. This is what I'm doing right now. Okay, I teach you what not to do, teach you what to do. All right, encourage carpooling. Please carpool, guys. Please carpool. KL and Selangor is already jammed enough. Please carpool as much as you can. You are doing everyone a favor. All right, and of course we do 3R lah: reduce, reuse, recycle. And of course, science and technology. How do we solve problems using technology? We use hybrid vehicles. Okay, I for one actually drive a hybrid vehicle. Okay, so how do they replace CFC? They use something called HCFC, which is actually completely okay for Earth, for the ozone layer. And then we put, like I said, put filters, use catalytic converter, okay, use biological control, things like that. Oh, we used to do that in primary school. Right? Cool. Okay, you should carpool as much as you can, guys. Okay, not to mention you reduce public jams, you reduce time, you make everyone more efficient, you also reduce pollution. So it's all for the better if you do carpool. Right, so guys, that's it for our chapter 7. Okay, let's go into our exercise. Let's wrap this up by today if we can. Right, so let's go to question 12. Okay, question 12. So show some of the activities carried out by humans nowadays. So this is logging, illegal logging. Guys, it's actually okay to do logging. Cut trees, it's fine as long as you do it legally. Okay, as long as you replant things back, that's okay. But if it's illegal, you are chopping down forest reserve areas, then you are the devil. Tell them to pahang. Right? Hey, cannot. Later I get arrested because I criticize Sultan. Okay, so A, uncontrolled activities above may lead to global warming, which is increasing of Earth's temperature. Explain the impact to surrounding and living things due to global warming. So what's the impact to surrounding and living things? So first you can say, for the surrounding, you can say climate change. Okay, guys, this is a K-bar question. When it comes to pollution, right, this is a very K-bar part. Any of your answer, if it makes any sense, you will get rewarded. Right, climate change, this is called perubahan iklim. Okay, climate change. What about for living things? Okay, for living things, you might cause extinction. Okay, extinction, kepupusan. Guys, let me show you something heartbreaking. Okay, let me show you something heartbreaking. Few years back, right, they took pictures of polar bear in, okay, the poles lah. So this is what they observe. Ice is melting so rapidly, they have nowhere else to look for food. Okay, so they have to resort to eating rubbish. Okay, and as you can see, they just look like shit right now. Okay, I don't know lah. This just makes me so damn freaking sad. They have to go to, you know, human settlements and start looking for rubbish. They have to scavenge. They have to scavenge for rubbish and start, you know, munching on rubbish. So you see how fucked up is this, isn't it? This just makes me so damn freaking sad. Okay, so do you agree now? Humans are the virus. Don't you agree? Okay, they did nothing wrong. They did nothing wrong. Okay, we managed to fuck everything up and we make everyone pay the price. Okay, these are, you know, real pictures taken by photographers. Oh, see. So I don't mind killing humans, seriously. You see, this is all caused by us. Right? So extinction, they have nowhere to go because ice, they are melting so quickly. They are melting so quickly and it's full of rubbish and everything. So yeah. Hey, not to mention Malaysia, we are facing the same thing too. You know our Malayan tiger? You know our Malayan tiger? If you have the chance, go and see this thing because there's not many left. There's not many left. Currently, there are less than 200 tigers in the world. Less than 200. They will go extinct in 5 years. It's already confirmed. In 5 years, they will go extinct from the wild. Okay, hey, there's still many, and then there's the sun bear. They are going extinct too. Okay, our Malaysian sun bear. Okay, they are going extinct too. Same thing, same fate. So this is just so damn depressing, isn't it? Okay, it makes me want to cry every time I see these pictures. Right. Anyway, so and how about tape? Tape, I'm not too sure, but they are endangered still. Okay, I think they tried to breed them, but they're still endangered. Almost the same thing lah. Right. So yeah, and orangutan too. Okay. Anyway, so B, as a Malaysian citizen, suggest ways that can be taken to ensure content of carbon dioxide and oxygen maintained in the air. So how can you keep the carbon cycle balanced as a Malaysian? Guys, what do you do? What do you do? Guys, this is a very open-ended question. Any answer that makes sense, you'll be rewarded. So what can you do? You can carpool. Like I said, kongsi kereta. Okay. Electric cars, yeah, you can. Electric cars. Okay, electric cars. Right. You might say, okay, greater electric, you might say, sir, I thought you say electric car is not useful. Electric car is the same thing. It's not as straightforward because you see, our petrol car, right? Our petrol car efficiency is 20%. That means 80% of the petrol is wasted as heat. But for EV, right, electric vehicle, right, their efficiency is 80%. That means you only waste 20% of energy. You save 60%. Okay, you save 60%. But so you might say, then sir, is it useful or not? I don't know, I can't tell you. It's not as a straight black and white answer. Okay, it's like me asking you, what's the meaning of life? Can you answer me in one sentence? No, you can't. It's not a black and white answer. It's a very gray area thing. Okay, any car that doesn't use petrol, EV, okay, or you can drive a diesel. Okay, they say diesel is better than petrol, but some say not. Some say diesel is dirty. That's why in Europe they ban diesel. So can you see what I'm trying to say here? There are many schools of thought. We have no clear direction. Scientist A says this is better. Scientist B says this is better. Scientist C says this is better. It's like we are on a boat. There are 3 guys on the boat. They all want to go each of their own direction. So the boat is not going anywhere. Right? We don't have a clear direction where to go right now because everyone is stuck. Okay, you might say, sir, then EV is good, right? No, because EV, you need to mine for cobalt. Okay, you need to mine for cobalt. Cobalt is a very polluting metal that you have to use in battery. Hey, and not to mention, when they mine cobalt, right, they turn many Africans into slaves, right? Many children in Africa, they started mining cobalt as slaves because demand for battery is very high. And not to mention, when you mine for cobalt, cobalt is actually poisonous for the skin. So you see, all kinds of problem. So there's no black and white. Okay, guys, you want me to talk about EVs and global warming? I can go on 3 hours without stopping. I will tell you everything. Because for me, I'm not asking you to pick sides. I'm giving you all the options. You consider which is the better one. Okay, because at this moment, right, we have no freaking idea where to go. Okay, and we are at this crossroad that we don't know where to go. Okay, if we choose one, what if this road leads to disaster? Then we have to reverse and redo everything again. So nobody wants to do that. So you see the problem now? You see the carbon dioxide problem now? Nobody wants to solve this problem. Nobody knows how to solve this problem. So we just kind of sit here and be sitting ducks. Okay, wait for global warming to claim our lives. Damn, my class. Why is my class so depressing? Right, next. Moving on, okay, I don't want to do this. The effect of acid rain, okay, you can refer it from the question, or refer it from the notes. So let's go to question 14 now. I want to focus on this. Okay, so this is the greenhouse effect. You see, this is our glass, which is the carbon dioxide. Okay, so heat, they come in, they cannot go out. So this is your global warming. Proton making EVs, this one, I don't know lah. Maybe it's a good thing. I don't know. Okay, we'll see. Okay, we'll see. All right. So based on the above diagram, name this phenomena. Okay, this is called greenhouse effect. Okay, kesan rumah hijau. Guys, this is not global warming. This is not global warming. Greenhouse effect will cause global warming. This is just trapping the heat. This is just trapping the heat. If this thing gets hot, then we call it global warming. Okay, don't get it confused. So next, explain how this phenomena occurs. Right, so you can say you have carbon dioxide around atmosphere. Okay, carbon dioxide di sekeliling atmosfera. Okay, so what do? They will reflect heat. They will reflect heat back to Earth. Okay, so memantulkan haba kembali ke bumi. Okay, so reflect everything back so it gets hot, just like our glass house. So guys, as cool as glasses are, I mean, you look at those expensive houses, they have like long glass doors, right? Yeah, sure, it looks cool, but imagine the heat. Okay, we call it 落地窗, full height glass. Okay, so let me show you full height glass windows. If you see these, wow, so cool, right? Right? Looks cool right now. When the sun starts coming, you will turn your house into a freaking greenhouse. Okay, sure, it looks cool, but it literally isn't cool because it'll be freaking hot. You'll be living inside an oven. Okay, you need to put your aircon on like full blast. So what's the point? So walls are still better, right? So number 3, state the effect of the sea level of the seawater caused by this phenomenon. Okay, you have rising sea level. Okay, paras air laut naik. So you have rising sea level. Oh, your house got what? Okay, if your house got it depends on what direction it's facing. If it's facing north or south, it's still okay. But if it's facing west, that's a huge disaster because from 12 p.m. onwards, 12 to 7 p.m. when the sun sets, the sun will shine into your house for 6-7 hours. Your house will be very hot. Okay, because my window. Okay, let me switch off my background. Okay, why is it blurry? Okay, you see my background. Okay, I have a window here. Okay, this side is west. Okay, so every after 12 p.m. right, when the sun comes down, the sun will be directly into my room. So I have to tint my window. I have to put this very thick curtain so that I don't get the heat. You know where I live? How do you think you know where I live? You can see me. You can see me. All houses. No, I don't live here in Bayou. I don't. Okay. You play GeoGuessr. Okay. So where do I live? Where do you think I live? Far away from Bayou. Okay. Anyway, so the pie chart shows the source of air pollution. So we get 68% from motor vehicle. No lah, where got Kajang? No. I don't live in Kajang. Try again. Okay, so this is your vehicle. Okay, we get 26 from stationary sources. Maybe this is factory. Okay, because factory is not moving. Yeah, no lah. I live in Cheras. Okay, nearby Patah Hospital, Cheras. Okay, so name the gas which are released by motor vehicle and state the harmful effect. So name the gases. Or just name 2 lor, and their effect lor. So CO2. Oh, this thing causes a greenhouse effect. Okay, greenhouse effect. So many things else. Okay, you can say carbon monoxide. This will cause poisoning. Okay, carbon monoxide poisoning. Okay, breathing difficulty. Sesak nafas. What am I writing? Okay, breathing difficulty. Anything like any answer that makes sense. Guys, you have a list of gases here for you to choose. You just choose one lah. Okay, you can write these 2 also. It will give you acid rain. So how to solve this problem? Again lah, carpool. Oh, there's one more. Besides carpooling, right? You can take public transport. Pengangkutan awam. Okay, so if you look at our public transport, our public transport sucks lah. Like seriously sucks. You look at good public transport, where they are. You look at Korea, you will know. Okay, in Korea, right, their bus have their own bus lane. Okay, that means bus they don't need to go through traffic jam. because bus has their own lane. You know what's a bus lane? You know what's a bus lane? Bus, they have their own lane. Cars cannot go into it. That means bus can drive all the way to where you want without any jam. Malaysians don't know that exactly. So if you put bus lane here, right, it will be so much better. Okay, building more highways, they don't help. So Malaysia, we love building highways. It doesn't help. I don't care whether you build like 7, 8 layers, you still get the same amount of jam. That's a stupid way to solve problem. The best way is by using public transport. Build more LRTs, build more buses, build more bus lanes. You will solve traffic jam problems. Okay, this is what the Koreans have been doing, the Japanese have been doing. But apparently our Malaysian politicians are not very smart for that lah. Okay, so this is Hayes lah. Okay, guys, you can go home and do this yourself. Okay, go home and do this yourself. If you want the answer, please get it from me. I think it's next year. I think it's next year, the Cyber Giant line. Okay, so guys, I think I'm gonna stop here lah. Hope you learned something new today. Next week we shall go into chapter 8, which is the light chapter. The one it requires your attention already. So guys, thank you for coming. Okay, thanks for the silence. You all are really quiet today. Okay, so I hope you have a good week, a good weekend, and good Friday lah. Guys, see you next week. Take care. Good night. Bye bye.